get somebody for me.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo, I'd love to see Kitty, and everyone else.
Hey, he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey.
Someone on me sweet, little ginger. Hey,
Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists at the end.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clowmanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Death.
Get somebody for me.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo, I'd love to see Kitty, and everyone else.
Hey, he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey.
Someone on me sweet, little ginger. Hey,
Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists at the end of the day be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you love a traveler, you never strive for the hustler. You follow where text and follow la. I can get what me coming, I ain't swear all my life. I can't wait to be back, I know you miss me, I know. Remember you love a traveler, you never strive for the hustler. You follow where text and follow la. I can get what me coming, I ain't swear all my life. I can't wait to be back, I know you miss me, I know.
this one
my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger K.
With you, but you know they getting out time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, but you never knew to you. Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? Listen man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head.
This one be for my mommy. Be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Songo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo. Say yo. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say puff puff pass. My Mary Jane.
For the second time running, Kiddy wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Black Hole. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team. Shouts to the fans. Charlie. Shouts to the DJ. Shouts to my family, my mom, Mambi. I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So I love me. Oh, I love me. Oh, I love me. This problem not a big
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweet out.
Hey, hey, hey.
Someone on me sweet, nigga, ginger. Hey,
Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you never travel out. They respect who the hustler. Far away, just the Kuala. Back again, for me coming. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know. Remember you never travel out. They respect who the hustler. Far away, just the Kuala. Back again, for me coming. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I dare with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KA.
With you, but you know they getting out time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, can you never know to you? Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never know to you? Listen man, them so fat. Find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play defense. This one.
Fresh Prince of Accra. So we're going to be speaking to the Fresh Prince of Accra.
Will Smith is in the building.
Yeah.
We've been doing that for like 10 years now. I'm sure he's tired of it.
I thought he was tired of it until I read the article, and a lot of the things the article said, which I would want to find out for him, shows that look, Tomati has been enjoying the Will Smith thing, like you're saying, for a very long time.
Since I met him.
And you know, the article says that Tomati actually wanted to be in front of the camera because of Will Smith, but he ended up behind the camera. You know, that sounds like a shattered dream. But look at what he's become now, like one of our greatest exports. You know, when it comes to set designing and set production. And I was looking at some of the works that he's done.
Production support is crazy.
And I'm like, you know, where is this guy from? You know, how did he? And we wouldn't lie about it. Almost everything here, Tomati influenced.
Kanye West wanted to be known as a rapper, not just a beat maker, producer. Tomati wants to be a production set designer.
No, he doesn't want to set designer.
Not production designer. Not Will Smith, all right? So, you get into a convo with Miss G, but before that as well, Serial Sports highlights real quickly.
You bring your wallet or your checkbook.
What's happening?
There's a lot happening. People have money to blow, that's one. Girls are still accusing people of rape and then ending up being in the car with them afterwards.
In this dispensation.
Why?
and then there's a boxing bout that kind of excites me a bit to talk about. Yeah.
Somebody go correct.
But I mean,
blues.
I mean, people have careers and brands. Don't just throw rape.
No, that's what I'm saying. In this dispensation, you accuse somebody, and the next time you're seen in their car, even the one who is accused to have permitted for the one who accused them to sit in the same car with them.
Both of them are mad.
That's exactly the thing, you know.
Well, it seems like it's going to be a very interesting morning, so sit back, relax, enjoy. Don't forget, your comments on social media are welcome. This +899 FM, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and same across on 3 Musics. It's Facebook, 3 Music, and 3 Music Networks on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to jump onto our lifestyle page on TikTok, it's 3 Music Lifestyle. Coming up next is Unpacking with Miss G.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They loved them. They loved them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
He said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but what is sweet?
Hey. So follow me, sweet little agenda. Hey. Okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you never travel out. You never start moving the hustler. You follow away just to fall in love. Back again for me coming now. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know. Remember you never travel out. You never start moving the hustler. You follow away just to fall in love. Back again for me coming now. I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me. I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. I love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby.
it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger K.
With you, but you know they getting out time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy, why I can't let. See, that you never know to you. Hey, man, them so fat. Oh, that you never know to you. It's a man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. You know how to do the dance, let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play defense.
This one be for my mommy, be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Zongo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo, say yo, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say sugar daddy, sugar daddy, say puff puff pass, my Mary Jane.
For the second time running, Kiddy wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Blacko. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team. Shouts to the fans. Charlie. Shouts to the DJ. Shouts to my family, my mom, Ambi. I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So I love me. Oh, I love me. Oh, I love me. This problem not the picture.
Welcome to Unpacking, and like we told you earlier, the conversation is going to be with one man who I believe has a lot of work speaking for him, but we hardly see him. We hardly will be able to make him out in town, apart from the fact that that is a guy who looks like Will Smith, but what does he do? We said he's a production director, the man who owns Prop Havens. Like in Ghana, if you look for props, that's where to go. He's a production designer, also the CEO of Arts Directions. Now, all the visuals you saw before this conversation are visuals of his productions. Those are his handiworks, including the studio. And he just said, oh, I haven't come to see this studio after I did it. That's a flex from Tometi, Anthony Tometi, with the Prince in Commerce. And I'm like, what happened? You wanted to be Fresh Prince so bad that you had to add Prince to the name, or that's your name?
That's my name. I mean,
so why do they have it in, Vetted Commerce, sort of?
Maybe they don't know.
They don't know it's your name. So
it's in my passport. It's on my birth certificate.
Wait, was the name given to you by your parents?
Yeah.
So
I don't know why.
Anthony Prince, Tometi, when they gave birth to you, did they see you looking like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air at that time? And said,
maybe I was my mom's Prince, so she's just let me just call him Prince. But yeah, it's been my name. It's something I write every time.
I see. I never knew because I saw it in Commerce. So now you know that it was not just, the Fresh Prince thing that got that Prince in the name. But I'm excited to have you because I've seen a lot of your works. We've spoken behind the scenes, and I keep saying that, look, we haven't celebrated you enough. But it looks like the tables are turning. Your Emmy Awards honorary, art and support, creative support. What is it?
Well, I was surprised to get that award myself.
Your speech actually showed.
Yeah, I was very. I just do my stuff. I'm not doing this thing to get awarded or anything. I mean, it's just been personal for me to try and prove and to change the narrative that look, this is possible over here by us. So for me, when I started and began going to film school, I said I was going to change it. I did say to myself I was going to change it. I mean, I wanted to change it even from film school. That's left you. Yeah. What I've seen people do and what I thought should be done and how we could, push ourselves and push that limit and everything. And I think it's been worth it.
How long did it take you?
Oh, I've been doing this for 18 years now. 18 years.
And how long did it take for you to get the biggest deal yet?
Oh, what's the biggest deal yet? It's probably still not in yet.
Oh, well, yeah, that's why I said yet.
Yeah,
so
but,
there's one that you're looking at now. I'm like, oh, this is the biggest, at least for now.
how long did it take me? I don't know. I mean, I can't even count the years and the number of, but it's been year after year, there's been something big. You know, year after year, there's been something big. If it's not a film, it's a TV production, it's a, what? Commercial, or year after year, there's something. There's something. Always there's something coming up.
How long did it take for people to believe that you could do it?
I didn't think it took long. Because when I finished, let's see, so I finished, I think I did, there was a show called Ghana's Next Hollywood Star. It was done by Samad, I think from the States, I think. And then I did that show, and then I think Fred Darko from Evolution saw the show, and then they came to me for Icons. And so when I did Icons and everything, you know, probably those were my biggest shows. But before then, I was working with Originate. Like, I literally worked on every commercial from Ariba, those times Ariba.
Wow.
All the Michael Essien photo shoots on the cars that you saw. Like, I worked on all those things. I used to work on Home Sweet Home by Revell. I used to work with Ramesh, you know, from Apex. All those commercials you guys used to see on TV. So I was being behind the scenes for a long time, you know, So it didn't take long, but I think right after Icons, like, you know, things started coming, different things started coming, both home and abroad, you know.
And it means that your pocket must be extremely full. Your accounts must be, you know.
That's relative, you know.
Well, after doing all these works, it's expected that you have a lot.
Yeah, but on this, on this side, you see, the thing is, when I can do something for you that looks like $1 million, and all the time it's going to look like $1 million.
Yet it's not.
No.
And how much of what looks like $1 million goes into your pocket?
As much as I deserve.
No, well, as much as you deserve.
As much as I deserve.
It,
I mean,
like,
look, when I turn up a budget, for example, for a job, 80% of that budget is into their job. Like everything else you're going to see. It's like construction. It's like someone building a house for you. They've got to buy the cement, they've got to buy the wood, they've got to buy the nails, paint, all those things. Those things take a lot of the job. I mean, they take a lot of money. So what is left is just between you and your crew. Let's just say 20% goes into you and your crew.
Do we tend to appreciate these?
Why not?
As companies who, or you say, this is just this. Why are you charging that much for?
Exactly. People say that a lot to me, but they don't understand. Sometimes I have to explain, okay, we have to use this type of material. This is what you will get. If you use this is what you're going to get. This will give you this finish. Like, sometimes people understand. I think over the years, people are getting to understand. Because if you ask me to make something for you and I say, this is what I'm going to use, and you allow me to do it, and you see the end result, you're like, okay, now I understand. So the next time people actually get it. But sometimes I understand, people say, oh, but this is just wood. This is not just, but how much is wood? But in fact, go to the market and ask for the price of wood. In today's Ghana, you understand what the pricing is like.
Now, is it true per the article I read that, you know, you wanted to be Will Smith, and because you didn't become Will Smith, you wanted to be in front of the camera because you didn't decide to, you know, be behind the camera?
That's false.
Have you seen the article?
Yeah,
someone sent it to you, so at least you've seen it.
A lot of people have been like tagging me and things. That's false. I never wanted to be Will Smith.
Oh, you never wanted to be in front of a camera?
No.
How does it feel anyway? Cyril was saying that you heard that for like 10 years now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, how does it feel now walking down the streets?
I've been hearing that for like, what? Since I finished Presec. I think when I was waiting to go to school, I was teaching on Omari computers or something in those days. And then since that time till now, like I go places and people are like, oh, wait. Like, who is this? Like, you know, people walk up to me just randomly. I've jumped queues at JFK before just because someone... Hey,
tell me about it.
Yeah, but I mean...
You jump queue at JFK. Yeah. You mean in America, they couldn't even see the difference? Oh.
No, sometimes they're excited. I mean, it's not, they don't usually meet these people, you know, yeah. But I mean, I've been hearing this every day I get out of my house.
Oh, are you tired of hearing it? Or it acts like you're jumping queues, it adds some prestige to you?
No, now I know, because then people are like, oh, wait, I know you. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't. I just look like someone you know. And then when I say, it's like, oh, yeah. So now I'm kind of like, okay, I know someone's going to say this thing. It's going to come anyway. You can't hide about it.
Is it tiring? Is it annoying?
No. And in the beginning, I think it was. Because you want to be yourself. You want people to know you for you. My name is Tony, not Will Smith. You know, of course, I'm called Prince, but it's not because of Will Smith. But what do? People don't even know my name.
Yeah, you know, people say Tometi Tony, you know,
Will Smith, this, that.
Ghana's Will Smith, you know. Yeah. But this is the last time I'm asking on this Will Smith. Is this somebody you want to meet? Like, the way the articles are going around, your pictures are being put together. Is it somebody that you'll be excited to have?
You know, I work in film, so some time back I wanted to, like, I used to watch a lot of movies. I still do. I would love to meet him. I've been in LA where people are like, oh, I've worked with people who know him, like actors who know him and stuff. Oh, we need to get you to meet him and stuff. Yes, I would love to meet him, but I believe that everything happens in its time. You know, like I feel like one day it's just gonna happen. Like,
why did you leave Hollywood with all the projects we read that you got from there and come back to Ghana? There's so much money there. I don't think there's enough here.
But we need to change the narrative here. We need to show our people that it's possible here. We need to get people, we need to inspire people to know that it is possible to make it here. Yeah.
And it looks like you're the only one making it.
Oh, no, I mean, you could say that, but I feel like there's a couple of young, I know my space. There's a couple of young people coming up. I'm willing to actually pull them along.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
I don't believe that, I mean, my legacy is not just about me. It's about how many people I can take along with me and how many people I can leave behind when I don't want to do this anymore. So for me, that's what I need to do. Like, bring people along, let them understand what it is, let people believe in them, let them believe in themselves, so they can also do these things that we do. I mean, in the future, this is not going to be like this.
Do you also get the impression that, everything is Tometi, Tometi everywhere, and people are now beginning to look, oh, Charlie, how can we get him out of the space so that we also get some of the contracts?
Look, I'm not competing with anyone. I'm my own competition. Like anything I do, the next time it has to be better than that. So you can get me out, but the people who want me will always come for me. It's okay. I mean, I don't mind passing on jobs. I do pass on jobs to people. I can't do everything. It's impossible to do everything. And sometimes I'm like, okay, someone is thinking, okay, I need to get this job, but it's not about getting it. Are you able to do it the way they want it to be done? Like, if you cannot deliver, then it's a problem. But if you want me to, like, leave so you can do it, it's fine. Why not?
One of the biggest people are talking about, and I know that we were pressed for time, is the Global Citizen Festival. Everybody, even people, I'm like, how did it take you this long to know that there's a Tometi who does wonders? 3Music has been running for how long? He's always been the brain behind all the superb things. But because it was a global event, the topic became louder. How did you feel first about yourself before you take me through the process of having the stage?
You feel like getting to work on Global Citizen?
Yeah, because...
Well, let's just say I was just glad. You know, it's just another opportunity to show your worth.
Is that your biggest yet?
Maybe, yes. Yeah, for now. Yeah, so it was just another chance to like just show what I could do and, you know, be on a, prove that, yes, this was done by us again. Yes, there was a lot of, I mean, what I like about that was the fact that as much as there was a lot of foreign input coming into Ghana to do a job, a lot of the times, when it comes to art direction, design, everything, a lot of the times there's not a lot of foreign input. Like, I didn't have one white crew on my side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, everything was just...
It was all Ghanaians or all blacks?
From my side. Yeah, my side was just me and my guys, just doing the thing. And for that reason, that's why I say it's possible. You know, it's really possible. And I mean, look...
No, but it would have taken a lot for them to believe in you that much to give you this. Was it some recommendation from white folks? Because that's always the perception.
No, I think they came in, they had a meeting with me. They wanted to meet a number of people in Ghana.
Is it because they've seen your previous works?
Well, they had a meeting with me, spoke to me. I mean, we had a chat. I'm sure they understood they felt like maybe understood what they were saying, like what they expected from me, what they wanted to be done, how I was going to do it, the timing and everything. You know, all those things count, how you manage the whole job and the project. So I think that in the first few days, they're like, okay. But then when we started getting on, they're like, okay, everybody just left me to do what I was doing. Like, no one came, So, yeah, I think it's just people who just believe that, okay, the guy understood what he was doing.
Will you believing that it's possible? What do you think the future is for, you know, production direction in Ghana? Is it here to stay? Have we bought into the idea?
Oh, of course. Look, when I began, how many people set people to come and do their jobs? No one. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't a thing that even people believed in. Even when I went to film school, I felt like that. I was like, it just felt like a course that people just relegated to the back. And there was directing, photography, editing, sound, all those things are coming together, and people never believed in it. So that's why I said when I got into film school, I said I was going to change this. And before I left film school, it changed. So that a lot of people who came to school wanted to read art direction because now they felt like, oh, there was something else to learn. So yeah, it's changed. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, who does it? Even look at weddings. It's my job on a different side of you know, and people are doing that now. Yeah.
Was there any point in time where your parents said, "Oh, we wasted money"? I know he's an Ever. I know how sometimes I hear parents think we wasted money.
Look, I'll be honest with you. If I'm anything right now, it's probably my mom. Yeah, because I remember arguing with her. We had to argue, and she had to convince me to go and read film. Because even though this was the space I wanted to be in, I said I was going to go to tech. Yeah, because I'd finished pre-sec, all my friends were going to pre-sec, like, why am I not going to tech as well? And so when admissions came, she said, no, I'm not paying for tech, I'm going to pay for NAFTI.
Wow.
And she had to get people like Reverend Hesse to speak to me, convince me, look, this is what you like doing, you like watching movies, like this is where to go, and not tech. You know, so they've been supportive. Like as a kid, every weekend I used to have sketch pads, like I'll scribble things. Like so, for my parents, they were there for me.
Maybe because
they've been there. It's just that she didn't know. Well, no, but she didn't know I was reading art direction. She thought I was reading animation. So, but sometime in school, I did a project and I called them like, come and see what I do.
Oh, you brought your parents to school?
Yeah.
How did they feel?
Yeah, they were happy because everybody was saying, oh, your son is this, your son is that, your son is that. Yeah. So, especially my mom, she's been happy all this time. She's like, this is my gift to Ghana. She says it every time. So it's fine.
This is your gift to Ghana. It's almost like saying, don't charge for it. It's your gift to Ghana. But we're excited that you made time to join us this morning on Unpacking. I'm sure that we're going to have a broader conversation about, productions in Ghana, and maybe we'll invite you. But this was supposed to be about you. Wanted to know you some more, and we're glad that you're able to share insight on what you do and what the journey has been so far for you. I really wanted to go to Jay Foley and Cyril, but I'm told we have to take a break. And so after the break, definitely, I know they have something to say about this conversation with Anthony Prince Tometi.
Yeah.
Akpe. We're back after the break.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been, though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweet out.
Hey. Someone on me, sweet little ginger. Hey. Girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you never travel out. The name is like who the hustler. Far away, just the Kuala. Back again, for me coming. I am so my life. can't wait to depart. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, and respect to the hustler. Far away just to Kuala Lumpur. Back again for me coming, I swear all my life. I can't wait to depart. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I dare with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby.
Welcome back to Culture Daily. It's your boy C-Real, and I'm coming to you with Sports Direct. Now, it's a beautiful Monday morning, and we hope you have the best of the week. But before we get into that, Drake's week might not be starting off on a good note. Yes, Drake, if you are following the news either on the music side or on the sports side, you know that the award-winning musician has a very unique partnership with probably the best football club on the planet, Barcelona. Now, the OVO Barca deal is something that has everybody talking, and it's been going on for a couple of weeks now, and we all love the jersey, we love the co-branding, and I can't wait to get my copy of that jersey. But that being said, things haven't been going on well for Barca ever since the man Drake decided to join the fray and amplify their brand. What has been known in the circles of sports as the Drake curse hit Barcelona in their just recently ended match against Real Madrid, where they lost 3-0. Indeed, very surprising. But it's something that happens most of the times when Drake gets involved with sports. Now, that's not the height of the story. The height of the story is that before the match, Drake had so much confidence in the game that he actually bet £500,000 on Barca winning. So he lost £500,000 at a random football match. Now, I know Jay Foley is tripping in the studio, and we'll definitely get back to him in a second to take his input on that. But I don't know what you think. We talk about betting in Ghana. We know the pros and the cons. We know the value of celebrity endorsements. And for a celebrity like Drake to bet this copious amount of cash on a football match and win, I don't know whether it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. Nonetheless, we can all agree that it's a ton of money, right? Now we move straight out from Drake and Barca's brouhaha into even worse news with Manchester United. Mason Greenwood has been charged with rape, alleged rape. Now Mason Greenwood has had a lot of run-in with the law. He's been arrested, granted bail, domestic abuse allegations, and now finally to crown it off with rape. Now, unfortunately for Greenwood, he was taken in after a match and interrogated based on the allegations of a young lady who posted on social media to allege this rape. Now, this issue went on where he had lawyers involved, and the whole issue was concluded in the police station where he was granted a very steep bail. Now, what is surprising to all of us is not the fact that a footballer from Manchester United is being accused of rape, because football stars, musicians, high-profile personalities get this all the time. What is quite surprising is that after all the brouhaha and the police dragging him out and raising charges against him and getting bail and all that, the lady, the one doing the accusing, was found chilling with him in his £130,000 Audi RS6, which is very confusing because usually you don't see rape victims hanging out with the offender. Well, we don't know what this means, if this was just a prank gone wrong, if this was just some way of getting attention from Greenwood, or if indeed he did rape her and for some reason they still find the comfort to be cozy in a car. I don't know how that plays. I'm definitely going to speak to Ms. G about this from a woman's perspective. If it's possible to be in this situation, if indeed you were truly raped by someone as powerful and popular as Mason Greenwood. Now, taking it to my third and final story, we're back in the boxing arena. My man, Wilder, is back in the ring. Now, after a long break, people were speculating that he might not come back and be a champ. Well, Wilder and his progression as he takes on championship belt after championship belt. So tell me what you think is happening in the sports world. From Drake's curse, straight up to Wilder boxing in the ring, and then this whole confusing rape brouhaha. Jay, Miss G, I really want to see what's going on with Jay Foley's face, because £500,000 on a Monday morning, I really want to have a conversation with my brother. I am hurting, and I know he's hurting. Jay, please, connect with me.
Well, Cyril, I did go back to check out the tweet or the post shared by Drake, and wow, like that is a lot of money to lose out on. You know, like
that's too much money, bro.
But that happens when you have too much of it.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have too much of it, you don't know what to do with it. So you decide to let go without thinking.
But what about the Drake curse? It's like every time he touches a football team, a basketball team, whatever, they lose horribly. Is it that he's jinxing them or what? Because he does bring along investment.
Well, if you ask me, I think we should keep him away from football then. Like, just stick him to the music.
He shouldn't endorse the Black Stars there.
He's investing. Oh, no, he can come and invest in the Black Stars.
He just shouldn't put his logo on the jersey.
That's it.
But look, I was just watching the slow-mo of the punch, from
Wilder.
Wilder, I beg your pardon. And I mean, it was like he was just timing the guy to have a free spot in there. I wish we could have the screen.
That's how Wilder plays.
Wilder back on the screen.
Wilder will lead you on and lead you on, and in one slip.
He just looked for a quick opportunity where the guy wasn't protecting himself, and he just landed it like a knock. It wasn't a blow, it was a knock.
That was it for the whole bout. He didn't get up after that. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it for the whole bout. People who paid for tickets to be there for an hour and a half have wasted money, because my man was done before the first 3 rounds.
Oh, wow.
So you have to go and watch the rest of the rounds at home.
At home. So it was just a quick knock on the forehead, and that's it.
After we are done with this boxing.
Just watch that again.
Okay.
It's on the screens now. Just just watch. Look at this in 3, 2, 1, and snap. That's it.
If you blink, you miss it.
You miss it, yeah.
Curse to this alleged rape and...
No, sir, before you go, this rape issue.
Yes, definitely. I would love to hear your perspective.
For me, I am so sad about the turn of events, because it waters down the conversation about rape. You don't come say you've been raped and everybody is, calling for the head of whoever raped you, and then you make mockery of us. And by sitting in the same car with the person, taking pictures and flaunting it for the same people who sympathize with you.
Without explanation.
Even if you have one, what kind of explanation will you give?
There's no explanation. You've cried wolf.
I agree with you in the point that where she has every right to sit in the car and take photos, but you owe the people that you sought sympathy from or empathy from an explanation on what happened between the time you claimed the assault and then the time that you're sitting in the vehicle.
What could have changed? He unraped you?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing could have changed. It only makes the conversation about rape
more difficult to have.
Yes, because you see people making mockery. Oh, what did the person wear? What was they looking like? And why did you go to this
back
person?
To the car again.
So for me, when I see things like this, it makes it more difficult for women to even open up, because already when they open up, people are making fun of them and saying all sorts of things, and then very soon they say, oh, very soon we'll see you with the same person.
Yeah, I think
that's going to be the narrative.
She owes us a big explanation, but anyway, we're not even interested anymore.
Guys, it's hard to say.
Not interested anymore.
It's hard to say, guys, but I think we're in an era where people think it's okay to use rape to get attention. She didn't go to the police station. Her cry for rape started on social media. That's the first red flag. That's not somebody who is serious, because for most rape victims, when you watch the interviews or you hear the courtroom reportage, they are embarrassed by it. They don't promote it.
Exactly.
So for you to claim rape and go on social media as your default outcry, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's very atypical.
Well, Cyril, I also doubt that, or I would beg to differ on that, because sometimes people do not trust, and this is a different system, so I won't say for that system. For instance, if it's in Africa, people do not trust the system, especially when the person who you said to have raped you is a popular figure, or is one who has,
exactly.
He has good money and can throw around. You want to start from social media where you amass support, sort of. and then that support translates into what the police or how the police will look at the case. That's what I'm thinking. So for people who come on social media, sometimes they just don't trust the system and they just want people to support them. And again, sometimes they don't want to be mocked, so they rather will gain sympathy, from social media before they even begin to report the case.
That's a great point. Whether it's for attention, whether it's to gather support, that's the issue now, and we're all wondering. So from the Drake curse all the way to Wilder's knockout, the name is Serial, and this has been Sports Direct. Let's get back into the studio and continue with Culture Daily.
Well, thank you very much, Serial. Great conversations on there. If you want more extras, just jump onto 3music.tv on our social media platforms and our website. You find out more updates on sports. He's back. It's just a Monday, so we've got 4 more days to go on the weekday. It's all good, though. Coming up next, Lenny catches up with Trending Live. 24 hours ago, loads of things happened. But let's say 48 hours ago, a lot of things happen. I'm very sure you catch more from the title rave in there as we take the extended conversation into our Studio 899. So don't go away.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Them.
get some money for me. Some money for daddy
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. Someone on me, sweet little ginger. Hey, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the.
You're welcome back. Now, this is Trending Live. On Trending Live today, there is so much to talk about, so much to digest. And I'm going to start with Tidal Rave. Now, Tidal Rave happened on Saturday. Some say it went well for them, others say it didn't. Now, it's extreme because there are so many things that happen to people, from robberies to stabbing and all of those things, right? But let's go watch these highlights because we were there to bring you all the performances from Jackie, R2B, Sarkodie, you name it, and then Blacko as well. Enjoy this.
45.
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Get some money for me. Some money for daddy
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. Someone on me, sweet little ginger. Hey, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember, you know a traveler, the respect who the hustler, far away, just a Kuala. Back again,
were part of those who were on the broken bridge, or those who fell in the water, or those who had to use the other side or another exit from another resort. And listen, the Kwashe stories, because people had to park so far out, right, from the beach and then walked all the way. And so now walking back at that time of the night, past 12 a.m., people were robbed, people were stabbed, and it's just a lot. It's just so much. I'm going to read it from the screens right now. Mefia says the Tidal Rave was really a gangster show from the comments to here. Hey, Ghana, you go Tidal Rave, them no pick your phone. Monday, they go work, where them pick your phone. Okay. Owusu says, as official sanitation partner, we are ensuring not a single waste in any form ends in the ocean, while we render some safety tips regarding the use of the ocean in terms of swimming at the rave event, Tidal Rave Festival Echo. Now, another thing that happened was, well, they released, security policies before that and stated that nobody should go by the water after 6 p.m., which I think is good. Now, later on in the show, in the big conversation, we are going to delve into their security properly, because for me, I think that so many things could have been done right, especially in relation to security, right? But let me just read a few other tweets from here. Tidal Rave tweeted and said, feel the energy, and someone responded, the Kwashe Festival. Nana Fapimso says, Botiano and Kokobite boys hit last night. The stories are they here no be easy for the Tidal Rave. Them say, if them Kwashe you, then go make you reset your phone instant. Hey, Ghana make hot. So you know what happens with iPhones, right? If you steal it, if you don't have the person's access and all of that, it will be difficult. So then that's what they were doing. Rather unfortunate, but they've gotten smarter at this. Okay, the Big Sam says, as they mentioned Broken Bridge for Tidal Rave, Kokobite, someone also carry fridge, they rock the bridge top. Now, so if you don't know, the bridge was the only route that was linking, the car park, the entrance to the main beach, right? So everybody was using that side, and you could feel that bridge was weak. Listen, you could feel it. Now, when I was going, I saw that, people were on the boats trying to fix things. And I said to one of my colleagues, are they sure this bridge can carry us, right? It's just rather unfortunate how everything happened. When you're going to the place, it's less pressure. But coming back, everybody wants to leave the place, right? So that's also contributed to that. And then Anyate says, be like Tidal Wave, me I enjoy it because these crises and complaints, none touch me. Exactly like I mentioned, it's different. If you park closer to the beach, if you had a car, you won't exactly experience these things because one, you're closer, and so when you just get out, you step into your car and you move, and then you don't have to walk the whole distance. I think those who really suffered from this is also because of the distance to their cars, right? All right, so Energy says, I don't know, but it seems the Tidal Wave people are mad because they provided a concert that has been made for a while now, with, as always, very few intriguing performances from artists and people expect. June 2022, Kizz Daniel took to Twitter and said, God, I want to perform Buga for World Cup with a mass choir. Help me say amen. Hashtag Qatar 2022 World Cup. Now, he just hinted, okay, on Twitter in replying to the message replying to the tweet that he already wrote some months ago. He now says, in caps, and the Lord said, quote, see you in Qatar. Hashtag Buga. Hashtag cough. And so I think he's just insinuating that he's actually going to be performing in Qatar. If Kizz Daniel is going to be performing in Qatar, that is awesome. That is amazing. And I'm sure he's going to, wow the crowd, especially with his new song release, Cough Now, which is already making waves. So Fira4 says, I beg, don't forget anything this time around though. Great news. Just Face says, if you like, no carry your complete luggage. Make you can't give an excuse not to perform. That's also in relation to, you know, the excuse he gave some weeks back that he didn't have his complete outfit to perform and all of that. Okay, so Ila Mendy says, no, the scoopers jaw. You don't know, say you go perform in Qatar. Like I mentioned, he's just speculating, right? It's not confirmed yet. So until that happens, I think he's just, you know, tipping us here and there, just whetting our appetite and all of that. But I think also that for him to come out to write this, then that means it's actually happening. And Nihinlo Mamiwa. Wow, that's a lot. Nihilo Mamiwa says, speaking it into existence. Yes, that is good. That is really good. All right, so we await. I'm looking forward to how that is going to turn out because we know that Buga was a hit and Koff is also getting on to becoming a hit. So, yes. All right, now, Burna Boy. Listen, when you heard the song, right, everybody go chow breakfast. What were you thinking? First, people were thinking it was actual breakfast. And then we said, no, it means heartbreak. Now, Burna Boy is releasing cannabis brand. Listen, a cannabis brand that he calls Breakfast. Now, the breakfast, he spells it BRKFST. And I think this is genius. When I saw it, I'm like, this is actually really good because he has just turned, you know, something from his song that he's popularly associated with to something good. And also you should know that he's just making turning his sorry into his story, right? Because then there's a story behind the breakup and all of that. And this is it, break fast, and I know that it's going to sell. Now you may wonder why he didn't launch this in, you know, parts of Africa where he comes from. This is because you know how these things go, especially in relation to cannabis. People get arrested and all of that for this. But outside in the Western world, in some parts, it's accepted and it's okay to be done. And so yes, Burna Boy has launched this, and let's see how it goes. It was launched in South Beach, Miami. Now, if you know Burna Boy, you know that, you know, he doesn't do without his cannabis. So yes, that is it on Trending Live today. Now, Trending Live on Mondays, we bring you stories from all social media. On Tuesdays, it's our Twitter Tuesdays, Wednesday, Instagram Wednesdays, Thursday, TikTok Thursday, and then on Friday, we do our Facebook Fridays. Remember that you can also engage with us on socials, 3Music Networks on Instagram and Twitter, 3Music on Facebook, 3Music Lifestyle on TikTok, and 3Music Live on Snapchat, as well as Plus 899 FM on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That wraps it up for me. My name, Lenny Lumote J. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Lenny. I like that, and I'm just amazed with the business sense that Burna Boy has put to his, his whole brand, and dropping this BRKFST, omitting all the vowels in there. I like that. Well, anyway, we're looking for more business with our artists, expanding their,
Well, we have paraphernalia from most of our artists. He has been with his clothing line. I don't know if it's a clothing line, but I know that he has paraphernalia. I know the SM also used to have, So I think the only big thing about this is that it's cannabis. And again, Lenny said he couldn't even launch it in Africa, not because of the way we behave. It is illegal. It's illegal here, my dear. And Lenny, you know for sure that what Burna Boy smokes is cannabis. You know for sure it is. Well, let's see. Well, that's it.
Well, yes. So we're going to move into our conversation. But hey, how could we move on without talking about Cash Out? It's a brand new single coming off the GOG album. I just had a listen to it. It's a very good song. It's got similarities to some other people's song that I don't want to talk about, but I love it. It's a jam. It's going to be my first official favorite of the album. I don't know about you though, but anyway, we shall soak and jam to the Cash Out album. Big shouts going out to Shatawale.
He's cashing out on his socials. I saw him counting his dollars as usual, the one that he's been bragging about. Charlie.
Well, shouts to all the SM fans. Let's move on. It's Echo House. Major conversations around Tidal Rave, which happened over the weekend on Saturday. Well, like they say, we talk about flights and aircraft's crash landings and forget that there are more successes to flights landing perfectly well as opposed to the crash landings. So we'll be talking more about the successes of Echo House Tidal Rave and just touch lightly on some of the issues with regarding security that happened at the event. If you're ready, it's live on Plus 89.9 FM. And on your screens visually on 3Music. It's Jay, it's Miss G, it's Lenny, it's Serial coming up next.
between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo. I'd love to see Kitty and everyone else.
And he said 6. That's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but what is sweet?
Hey, hey, hey. Someone on me, sweet little ginger. Hey, oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, dream is like who the hustler. Far away, just Kuala Lumpur. Back again for me coming, I swear all my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, dream is like who the hustler. Far away, just Kuala Lumpur. Back again for me coming, I swear all my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go feel be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. Love you.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wait for you, my baby. Hey, me and you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KA.
With you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, but you never know to you. Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never know to you? Listen man, them so fat to find your love.
This award goes to my team. I appreciate you guys so much. It's imperative to me that I give and dedicate this award to my team. Shouts to you, man. Love.
May I live on the mountain waiting for so long. Do you know how to do the dance? Let's go. My head. I know feet. I believe I play defense.
This one be for my mommy. Be for my puppy. This be for everyone. This be for Konogu Songo. I love you guys so much. One time.
Everybody say yo. Say yo. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say sugar daddy, sugar daddy. Say puff puff pass my Mary Jane.
For the second time running, Kitty wins the Artist of the Year for 3 Music Awards 2022.
Shouts to every artist in this category. Shouts to you, Blacko. Love to you, my brother. Shouts to my team, shouts to the fans, Charlie, shouts to the DJ, shouts to my family, my mom, Ambi, I know you're watching. Thanks to you, Ghana. I appreciate you so much. More music coming. I love you guys so much, man.
So allow me, oh allow me, oh allow me. This problem not a big
Standing in between music royalty right now, the Sugar Daddy and the Clamanya. Make some noise. They love them. They love them.
I absolutely love Herman Suede, and I absolutely love Young Dev.
Who are you expecting to see tonight on the stage?
I'd love to see Aquabo, I'd love to see Kitty, and everyone else.
And he said 6, that's a lot of it.
Where have you been though? Where have you been? You?
I have been around the world, but tonight it is all about these amazing, talented musicians.
Sugarcane sweet, but everybody sweeter.
Hey, hey, hey. So follow me, sweet nigga with a ginger. Hey, okay, I wanna be with you, but you know they got enough time for me.
I know that all the artists have discharged themselves creditably great under the year in review. So thank you so much for recognizing, appreciating, and making sure that our artists, at the end of the day, be applauded and rewarded.
Remember you know a traveler, the respect who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again, for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know. Remember you know a traveler, the respect who the hustler. Far away, just a qualala. Back again, for me coming, I swear on my life. I can't wait to be back. I know you miss me, I know.
This is my first award for Ghana here. I dedicate to every kid with a dream, bro. I be like you. You go to be like me, bro. Your dream is still valid, man. I'm there with you. Love to you guys so much. A long way.
I'm so grateful. God bless you.
Keep making the gospel proud. The gospel has so much for Ghana. Thank you.
Congrats to everyone who's been up on the stage and everyone who's been nominated.
Who is going to win the Artist of the Year?
Your baby, your baby. Everybody say I demand, but I don't mind. I'm gonna dance for you, my baby. Shake for you, my baby. Wine for you, my baby. Hey, yeah, you all the time. Dance for you, my baby.
I think it seems like a celebration, but this is a motivation for me to come back stronger. Younger KA.
With you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get it easy why I can't let. See, can you never lose to you? Hey man, them so fat. Oh, can you never lose to you? It's a man, them so better find your love.
Message on social media with regards to her personal experience of a shooting incident that happened at the event. We have her live on air now. I need to confirm that. We have her live on air now to share her experience with that. We are still trying to establish contact with her. But when we do, we will definitely talk with her and then she would give us insights as well from her point of view and what happened at Tidal Rave on Saturday. But let's just get into our convo here. And let me start with Lenny. Lenny, just give us a quick brief of what happened when you got there, set up, the place, the frenzy, the atmosphere, real quickly.
Okay, so getting there were so many people there at the time we got there. That was like a few minutes past 3.
Okay.
Yeah, there were so many people. There was go slow, right? Even leading to the place. But because we had to set up and everything.
Throw us back. Where did this traffic start from?
I was asleep. So I was asleep. I woke up getting to the place. Okay. I slept because I have motion sickness. So if the distance becomes longer, I feel like throwing up on journeys. So I sleep or I drink Coke. It's not that I mean things, but yeah, you find me sleeping a lot. Even if it's heavy traffic in town and I'm not driving, I have to either drink Coke or I'm
the traffic
sleeping.
Started all the way from Botiano.
Yeah, so I woke up almost at the place, but it still took us minutes to get inside, right? And then the ticketing was going on, but you had to go from the main place, you had to go inside and then now queue using the barricades to go to the beach side. No, from the barricades you go to the bridge, you use the bridge and then you go to the beach, right? So that's how it was happening. But I realized that getting to 6 o'clock, people started trooping in.
The numbers were
increasing because then in the afternoon you just see people were still there, but there was no long queue at the barricade side. There was no crowd over there, but you could even tell that people were across. People were there.
There's so much itch for us to get to the details in there, but let's talk about the atmosphere there and the setup. As well. What was it like?
Okay, so for the setup, they had a food area, a
Okay.
food drinks area, which had so many food vendors there. There was a booth, not a photo booth, but a backdrop.
Okay.
Yeah, a backdrop area for photos. And then you go inside, if you want to use that side or the food side, then they had vendors, on ground. There was Coke Studio, Voltic was there. They're vendors that partnered with them. So you see them there. And then we have the concert area, there's a stage, there are cabanas to the left and the right, and then where the people, people will be. That's like the main concert area,
Okay.
right? And then the cabanas were blocked off with barricades, as well as the stage blocked off with barricades as well.
What time did the concert start? And what activities were were ongoing as at the time between the 3 and probably the time?
So for the time we got there,
Yeah.
there was music. There was music being played. There were other activities happening, like I earlier mentioned. But the first performance started late. It started really late, and we're
What
just
is late? 11 p.m.
No, not 11. I don't even remember the time exactly, but it was late. And people were just waiting. And I think that people were expending a lot of energy because there's music playing. The hype men did well. The DJs did so well. So you're dancing, but you're waiting because you're there also to watch the performances as much as being there to socialize, have fun, and all of that. But that delays so much. And then the time between the first performance and the second, that was also so much time. I feel like the performances could have been back to back in comparison to Global Citizen. That would have worked. And they shouldn't have kept us waiting so long.
Okay, all right, Carl. Okay, take now you are speeding up. But let me come to Olele and
sir.
tell us your experience as well. In the early hours, as to what she also saw.
I think, Lenny hit many of the points on the head. I just want to talk about the near stampede experience at the main gates. And this is not even a security check.
At what time was this?
This was, we got there, Lenny and the team got there earlier before we did. So we got there around, say, 5:30.
5:30?
Yes, we got there around 5:30.
And that was when there was a stampede at the entrance?
I mean, at the time we were entering.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was around 6:15, and then they were looking forward to have those of us who were waiting either to receive tickets from your friends or join your fellow ravers to go into the
So wait,
party.
let's understand this. Okay, I should be asking Richard that
Yeah.
question, but there was only just one access to the...
Yes, it was just one big black main gate. But that was not where the security checks were done. You have to go through that gate before you check your tickets, you check your press passes and whatnot.
All right, I'll let Richard give us details about that. Yeah.
So ravers were actually outside for various reasons. It could be waiting for your friend, waiting for someone to bring your tickets, and so on and so forth, various reasons, right? But there was a time where, for some reason, it was like a clearance call. Everybody wanted to get in, right? And the guards at the gate, for some reason, were not being quote-unquote reasonable because they were trying to press the
I'm
gate.
sure Richard will want to react. Let's go.
They were trying to press the gate against the people who were trying to get in, and it was unfortunate because then people were trying to force themselves in because look, they were like, we've been out for long, we want to get in now, right? So myself, including some of the friends I went with, we had to literally meander away.
How long were you outside before you gained that?
Well, for me, because we're touching base with the team from 3 Music just to make sure that everything was okay before we went in, I was outside for close to like 45 minutes. Okay. So by the time I decided to go in with my friend or my friends, we had to go through this stampede-like, entry. Now, I understand they were trying to control the crowd, right? But it got to a point where the gates were literally pressed against us. So now you have to deal with ampetes, you have to deal with spits because people are shouting and people are screaming. You get it, and you hear loud screams from the all sort of things. So now, because I have been to concerts like that before, what I do is when I'm in that situation, I remove all my earthly goods and I bring it up to my chest level. Do you get what I'm saying? So that when I'm getting in there, I know I'm getting in there empty and coming out empty. Because if you're not careful, your wallet is gonna go. It's not like don't think that you know better than anybody because by the time you go in and come back, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Yeah. So I get in there with my earthly goods up my chest level, but of course I had to use my shoulder to also bridge some of the attacks from the back because people are literally trying to force themselves in, right? So you get in, you get through your checks, you check your tickets and everything, and you go to the bridge, right? Or you go across the bridge and you get to the main concert. Now the funny thing about this thing is, these are two different realities happening at the same time. Because when you get into the main event, it's jams. Everybody's having fun. Those who are eating are eating. Those who are
So
drinking
all
are
this
drinking.
havoc was just outside.
This was outside. But when you get into the main event, everybody's jamming, and you're like, it's like.
Is that what I just?
Is that what you just went through? So like, you literally need to go through hell to make it to heaven. You know, so two different realities going on simultaneously. You know, when we got in, it was around 7:30. Right, like Lenny said,
7:30.
Yes,
okay,
around 7:30. Like Lenny said, DJs and and the MCs were going through their cycles, playlisting and everything, hyping the crowd and everything. Now I am thinking that Tidal Rave has announced that the event was going to be from 12 p.m., 12 midday to 10 p.m. It's now 7:45 max, right? So I'm thinking latest by 8, we should start seeing some of the headline acts, or even hear some of the opening acts perform. 8 o'clock, that wasn't happening. It was just Kojo Manuel and the DJs recycling the music, and people were
Could
jamming.
it be the arrival of the artist was a challenge,
I mean, I'm sure we'll get there to that conversation, because the traffic situation too was another thing altogether. So yeah, I mean, they were doing what they had to do.
Did you see any police on the outside, by the main road, just...
Personally, I did not see enough policemen.
So there were policemen around?
There were policemen on the grounds in the event.
But
I saw an ambulance, I saw fire service.
Okay.
But outside, I if you ask me how many policemen, I won't be able to tell you, because I barely saw some police presence outside. What I saw was the locals trying to help the situation. So many of them, found themselves being security guards. Some of them even wanted to be valet, trying to park your cars. Some of them wanted to be, be the watchman over your properties or whatever. You have to pay something small so that they can do a few things for you whilst you are in there. But in the
outside,
exactly. But in the on the events grounds inside, you could clearly see the presence of security going on, right? So it's 8 p.m. and Kojo Mano and the rest of the team are trying to charge up the crowd. 8:15, 8:20, still charging up the crowd. Now you have the opening acts rolling out their performances. The opening acts, some of them, for some reason, there was a technical challenge. So they couldn't even perform their songs with their audio or their beats, so they had to a cappella their performances.
Oh, wow.
And some of the performances, to be very honest, was pretty much bad. Yeah, because
even from the top acts, you mean?
No, I mean from the opening acts, because you're an opening acts. Let's say we don't know you, right? It's the first time, right? So you want to give a good impression, but people are already tired. People are fatigued, and you come shouting. I get it. You're trying to charge up the crowd, but Kojo Mano them have done it already. They just want to see the main acts and move, right? But unfortunately for them, there were technical challenges with the sound, so they couldn't perform with the sound. Some of them were lucky; they got to perform with the sound. But for the others that were not able to perform with the sound, their performances was absolutely shambolic. To be very honest.
So around what time were we looking at that?
This is around 8:45. Getting to 9. So I said to myself, if by 9 p.m. no headline act comes on, I am going home.
Wow, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. So at 8:50, I find myself under a shed playing FIFA, because there was a game joint there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me use that to while I wait time, whilst we wait for the main acts to come. 9 p.m. I heard Kojo Manuel and the guys come back on stage trying to chat. I said, no, I'm going home. So I left, because I was asking myself, if at 9 p.m. I've come all the way from Accra to Kokobiti for an event that's supposed to start at 12 and end at 10. If at 9 p.m. not a single headline act has come, what that tells me is I have to wait here for another 2 hours, plus or minus, to see a headline act. And I'm coming all the way from Accra. I've already seen the traffic situation. If I don't leave now, I might not get to Accra on time. And indeed, when I left Kokobiti at 9, I was stuck in traffic in Kokobiti for 2 hours.
Wow.
2 hours. Because this is what was happening. When we were leaving...
That's almost from Accra to...
Bro, I'm even stressed.
Bro, when we were leaving...
People were also coming in really
People were coming in very late. When we were leaving, car park situations, because people had parked their... double parking everywhere. Now, the people who even park your cars are running shifts. So if you pay this guy 20 Ghana cedis to park your car, by the time you come back, there's another person there who's asking you to pay before you can move your car. That's another stress altogether. So you don't want to argue with them, because obviously they are the local friend, because there is no presence of the MTTD. That's another problem I had with the event. Because Echo House, after 10 years of doing Tidal Rave, you should be able to partner with the MTTD or the police to assist with these things.
Their security policy said they had military police, they had police.
There was,
All right.
there was
Wait. Just hold on, guys.
So,
Hold on. This is part of the conversation, but wait. Just wait. I just want us to let's get an experience first, because I want to touch on the performances as well quickly before we come. Because as for Richard, he has plenty.
So when we were leaving, us at 9 p.m. right?
Yeah.
That was when Sark and the team were coming with a convoy. Now,
and you didn't turn around to go and watch the
because where I had gotten, I already vexed. Now this is the picture here.
Okay.
It's a 2-lane street, right? You are going or you are coming, right? There is no other route that leads to the event. Now people are coming, so that traffic is already there. It's going all the way, going past Bojo.
Okay.
Yes, it's going all the way to Bojo for those who are coming. Now we want to go home because we can't do again. We want to go home. This is what happens. A convoy of cars, led by a dispatch rider, right, has taken over the lane that we are using to go home. Now, other cars who are not part of the convoy, because their cars are nice, Range Rover, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, whatever, they have joined Sarkod's convoy as though they are part of the team. Do you get it? So they've blocked the road that allows us to go home. There is no traffic, agent to help, correct. So now the 2-lane street becomes a 3-lane street, where those who are coming have now occupied 2 spots, and those of us who are going, we only have one lane to exit. So that's how the traffic for those leaving, was obviously unbearable for us, because we were trying to. So if you're not like you can fall into gutter. I'm not even trying to exaggerate here, because you have to try and so if your car is not a little bit slim.
If you're holding serious Benz.
Oh, your car will fall.
That is why I stay.
Your car will fall into a gutter. So we tried to be there, and to be very honest with you, I was getting sleepy. I was tired. Then I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, I'm coming to an event to jam. I couldn't even jam myself. I'm going back. I am tired.
Just to play FIFA.
Ibab. All the way. I couldn't play FIFA in my house. I came to Kokobite to play FIFA. Now I am going back home. I am tired. I am driving. I am behind the wheel. So imagine when I am on the road and I'm sleeping behind the wheel. That's me going to an accident, God forbid. But that's me literally driving into an accident.
That's you not here this morning.
Okay, because I'm fatigued, right?
Okay.
So, yes.
So this gives us a bit of the frustration that you went through. Before we will cross over to talk to the lady who was had the gunshot or stab experience. Lenny, real quickly, what about the performances? You didn't sleep.
No, I stayed to the performances.
Yes, let's quickly talk about it before we connect the line over.
When did they start?
Yeah, what time?
I
What
don't
time did
exactly
the
remember the
performance
time
start?
the performances
From
started,
the
but it
tweets, it
started
started
late.
after 11.
It started
After
really
11
late.
p.m.
The
That's at
performances
11 p.m. People were
started
tweeting that and Dakuva was the first headline act to perform.
Yes.
So that was around 11:25, 11:26.
And the time between Darko Vibes' performance and the next, I think it was Mr. Drew,
after,
who performed after Darko Vibes. It was so long. We had to wait for so long. I'm like,
before
come
the next
on.
person
Yeah,
how long? Half an hour,
no,
2 hours?
Maybe
45?
about 30 plus minutes.
And who was performing after Darko
Mr.
Vibes?
Drew.
So that means he
Mr.
possibly
Drew
hadn't
performed.
arrived.
Yes.
Mr. Drew performed after him. Then after Mr. Drew's performance, who else performed? I don't even...
Well,
I think
we
was
saw
it Sarkodie?
R2B's.
R2B's
for those of us
was
who are enjoying
there.
the comfort of our home, we saw
R2B's performed. R2B's performed. So this after this, it will not be in order of performance, but R2B's performed. Sarkodie performed as well. Jackie performed as well. Kiddy came in as a surprise act somewhere in there, and then DJ performed as well. DJ performed, and then Blacko performed. Blacko's
we
performance
saw
was the last.
online that what's his name? Blacko had exited the platform.
Yes,
because
it
of
was
sound
really
issues.
unfortunate,
Was that
right?
true?
Yes,
really
it was.
unfortunate.
From the video I saw, I was watching. He was
Yeah.
jamming the crowd. And
No, listen. The thing
He
is,
had performed Soldier.
yes, and then I don't think I honestly, people were saying Blacko was sabotaged.
I was trying to hold on with this comment, but I think in the interest of time, let's quickly read it out. So this is from a lady named on Snapchat. This is Snapchat, right?
Yes.
Named as Shelnisa. I hope I had the name right. Now, she posted this on her Snap, which has actually gone very viral, and you can tell her battery meter at the top right there is I don't know whether this is on the same day or possibly the day afterward, but I can't tell. It said the guy tried to attack us. Let me not say tried, Seth. He attacked us. Apparently, the guy attacked the lady in front of me first. And when he was struggling with her, I held fast to mine and turned back to run. So when I turned back, 2 other boys attacked my sister. And we fell
on the ground.
On the ground, okay. So we're still struggling when a guy got down from his car with a gun and kicked the guy and shot him twice. And he ran off, but later I heard he was bleeding too much that he might have died because there wasn't any ambulance to take him. Wait, let me go back again. He says, we're struggling when a guy got down from his car with a gun and kicked the guy and shot him twice. So I believe that shot the attacker.
Yeah, the Good Samaritan got down from the car
and shot the attacker.
Kicked the attacker and shot him.
Later I heard he was bleeding too much that he might have died. So we can't confirm.
So the later part, what did she...
because there wasn't any...
No, there were other stories. People
to take him.
People added on to this story.
Maybe if we have those stories, we can read them here. We're going to come to Shalnisa's comment in a few minutes. But you were saying, as for Cyril and I there, we had crossed our legs at home.
See, I was telling...
Okay, I'm just being told she's on the line now.
Okay,
sorry.
great.
Let me just get her on the line now. Hello, Shalnisa? Can you hear me? Good morning. Can you hear me? Shalnisa, can you hear me? Okay, so we'll still try and establish contact to her. But Lenny, you were saying?
I was telling one of our guys, right, that it's good Jay and Cyril didn't come because this is not their crowd. Exactly my words. Listen, because how everything was happening, I was like, no, you guys wouldn't have survived.
I would have been the one ranting and raving on Twitter.
I know. But the performances were good. I think every act on there gave their 100%. They were able to, let us dance and sing to their songs back to back. And Joey B, how could I forget? Joey B was also in attendance, and he performed really, really well. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but someone from one of the teams, the artist teams, told me that they had to park like 15-20 minutes away because they couldn't get to the venue. So imagine, even the artists, some of them couldn't get to the venue with their car. So they had to walk the distance and then get in. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like, why couldn't they create like maybe a back route for the artists so that they are able to get to the venue easily? Why do they have to join that whole traffic to the place?
That'll be a question on understanding the environment, and I think that would come to Richard when he will give us, for us to understand.
People had to use
Cyril, please.
People had to use the services of Okada riders to transport them from one point to the other.
From where they park their car.
We're having a major conversation around security, the stated issues around security, suspected flaws and alleged stampedes and all that. No problem. My biggest issue here is that what is wrong with us and time? From the celebrity to the audience who is so patient that you don't have anything to do with your day again, that you just throw your whole Saturday away, that because I want to see Jay Foley on stage, so I don't care when Jay Foley comes. He can disrespect me and come at any... I paid for a ticket. Yeah, sure, they are paying you whatever they are paying you to perform. But you are here to entertain us. We create your fan base. You exist because of us. And we have come out to show love and support and be entertained by you. And the disrespect of coming on stage after 10 o'clock for an event that was slated to close at 10. What do you think we are doing?
Crazy. So that's
From the organizer to the artist to the fans who keep forgiving. This is not the first time we've had Ghana Man time at events.
And
it happens almost everywhere, and we all just nag about it. And the next event, the same thing will happen. It didn't happen at Global Citizen. Yes, today we are going to use Global Citizen because because we thought it was Ghana that good things couldn't happen. But good things have come to Ghana and they've worked. So is it the team? Is it the local element? Is it our mindset that because Ghana inside time or what? Like I really know about.
You see, that's the thing. You mentioning Global Citizen now. Now a friend of mine and I were there, and she kept she was angry, right? Because she was like, she's not enjoying it as much as she wants to, because Global Citizen, even though she was home, she was able to follow through with all of the performances. So it boils down to the respect and the fact that these artists should know that people have come a distance. it's very not caring of you, very uncaring of them to have them come all the way. You know that, okay, if you keep us waiting beyond a certain time, going back is difficult. It's not everybody that has a car. It's not everybody that drove to the venue. And that's another thing, because now getting an Uber, getting a Bolt, getting whatever ride-hailing service to go back was difficult. And people walked all the way from the venue to the junction, the main junction on the N1, and on the N1, yes, people walk that whole distance, and it's crazy.
Cyril has raised a very important point about our attendance and our attitude towards the events. This is heavily tied into issues of security numbers and the conversations that security team had with the organizers prior to the event. I personally saw tweets and posts from Echo House with regards to how the arrangement for security and all, and even Charterhouse does that as well with VGMAs. If you miss out on it, that's your own doing, because they do share these tips on what you need to do, where to park your cars and all that. Let's understand this. Richard, now everybody's allowed to ask Richard questions, but let's start off with did you have conversations with organizers with regards to the terrain you were about to secure, and then how many men did you have on ground for this event, and were you beaten by the numbers that were there? I know a lot of questions.
Thank you, Jay.
I need you in the microphone.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's very good that security is at this site. The conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
We should be grateful that Tidal River has highlighted these issues, because December is coming.
Yeah.
And after 2 years that Ghana has hosted a year of the return and then beyond, we should be prepared for all this. I should say I've been monitoring issues concerning the Tidal River.
Okay, so even just before you continue, real quickly, so we've picked an experience from Olele. He's given us his insights into it. We'll be feeding off what he's just shared. Please send your questions to me. Will join us as well, and also give us her take on this from another point of view as well. So thank you so much, Olele. But as we're talking about, you were saying?
Surprisingly, I was going to quote Olele.
Okay.
And then I come and meet him here. you see, his experience sums up everything.
Yeah.
His experience sums up everything. I wish I was allowed to also share my experience.
Oh, feel free.
Confidentiality, I have to.
Exactly.
You had like an island of happiness, paradise, in between a hellish summer.
Okay, you have to speak into the microphone.
In between purgatory and hell. I'm reading the comments, I'm listening to it, and I keep saying, I say, thank you, Jesus. You people have no idea. We are now discussing, people are sharing concerns, genuine concerns, which should be looked at. Sharing concerns about snatching of phones, about traffic and all that. But it could have been something else. You have no idea. It would have been something else. The whole thing changes within a week. The event was on Saturday.
Yeah.
By Tuesday, I met the divisional commander. The same Tuesday, I met Kokrobite, police commander, and he was not aware.
Of the event? Of the event, you mean?
I had a meeting. I will not say he was not aware of the event, but he asked even a question about the venue and all that. I had to drag him there.
Okay, let's get back into this. So there was a conversation with the divisional police command, and he was a bit. He was not fully aware of the. What was the conversation about?
He complained because he has received the letter late. Because he needs to be alerted so that he can also proceed to make arrangement. See.
So this was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
And he complained about not getting information in time about the event.
I commend him and his team for what they did. There were police present. They stayed with me till close of the event.
How many policemen were there?
Like 25. We had the whole Kokrobite police team were on site. You had police from headquarters. You had military personnel who came to help.
What was the estimated output? How many people were you expecting there? I'm trying to put the ratio of...
Officially, it was supposed to be between 5,000 and 7,000.
Okay. Even, let's say it's 3,000.
Yeah.
Did you think you had enough security for even 3,000?
I will tell you, we had a security plan to take care of the venue, the event. And that's why all the comments, all the concerns that are coming, is not within.
I can say this because I've had experience. I've been an event steward and security staff in the UK before. I've actually done it before when I was a hustler, right? And we've had 3-4 days of dry runs, of drills, of anticipated scenarios, how we react, emergency evacuation points, B entrances, C entrances, all that. When all these put into place with the security force and the military police and all that. Because what I'm hearing, I spend the whole weekend reading the tweets and stuff, right? So from a bird's eye view, I hear plenty. It didn't seem like there was an alternative route to get in or out of the place. And if there was, known to you and maybe the organizers, it wasn't communicated visually enough for people to know. Because when people started to panic, they started to head back to the same bridge that I heard was problematic. And even from people I know personally, said that it was at the point of them using the bridge that there were people on a canoe with wood, probably would be carpenters, trying to reinforce the bridge.
I think that was Lenny's submission.
And these were the same people who were doing it when we were even going. Not when the program was done.
So let's get
but I think that before he proceeds, I've been listening to him, and first off, I'm sorry, but the tone in which he started for me is a problem. So you said it could have been worse.
See, that's what I said.
That's the part that I don't like.
You have no idea.
Well, we didn't want it to be worse. That's why we sought for your agency to secure the place. I don't see how you put your business on the line, because now everybody talks about the fact that you are the security.
Yeah, we are live on TV actually.
What?
No, you can speak into the microphone.
You're the security. What's it called? Security company that was supposed to take charge over Tidal.
So what I wanted to do was first for us to understand from his point.
No, but he's made some points that I don't think that if he takes that tone, some of us will not be excited.
Okay. So
please make everybody happy. I'll take it from
But we've jumped again. We've jumped. We don't have much time. I beg you. I want us to understand. You mentioned about 25 security.
And that's not true. Lenny said she never even saw the presence of any military there. I asked her this morning.
Okay, so we are going.
No, she was there. You didn't see any. She didn't see any military there.
Lenny, guys, the issue is you as an individual attendee might not have seen them. And let me land. But that doesn't mean they were not there. That's one. Secondly,
so how do I feel protected if I don't see the presence of security? Then what's the point of security being there?
I'm just playing devil's. Listen,
no, what was the point if I don't have to see them to feel secure?
That's the question I asked and gave him the opportunity that, yes, he is saying that there were certain security apparatus.
But this is somebody who was there for how long? He didn't see anybody.
Let me land.
I want us to finish.
That's why I just want to put us back on track. Yes, it was sparse. We all agree. That's why I made the question. I questioned him, and he said they were expecting 5,000 to 7,000. And I said, even if they were expecting just 3, for the numbers that we are hearing about security available, I don't think it was enough.
Yeah.
So he was addressing that.
Maybe
that's what I'm saying. He was addressing that. So let's have him address that question. Then
it's okay. I'm really happy she's good. But this needs to come on.
Yeah. Please listen. Not everybody was at the event. Let's allow our listeners to understand.
Officially, the military are not supposed to be there. They were not supposed to be there.
So why did they end up being there?
That's the question. Because it got.
Who was not supposed to be there?
The military.
But it was on the security release. Please. I can read it to you now.
Oh, they released something.
Let me read it to you. The security measures. The festival is protected by the military police, Ghana Police Service, and private security. First-time responders include Ghana Ambulance Service, Paramedic Team, Ghana National Fire Service. This is the official communique. And the funny thing is, because I don't like the rowdy, I don't like events I don't like big events, right? I'm more of hiding in the corner.
Because he also doesn't seem to know what you're reading about.
The security policy was posted The security policy.
Before the event.
Yes, it was posted.
When?
Let me give you the date. It was posted 13th October. No, it was posted 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah, that's actually before the event. So
No, today is Monday. Tuesday is Saturday. 2 days ago is Saturday.
So the day of the event.
3 days ago, on Friday.
No, it was posted 2
2
days
days ago.
So that's
14th October.
Okay, that's Saturday.
That's Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 14th was Friday, actually. 14th is Friday. Today is 17th, so 14th
Richard,
is
please,
Friday.
we're on a subject of the number of personnel available. Okay.
No, but Jay, we need to establish the fact that the man is surprised by this press release.
You see, guys, we will not finish with Richard.
Are you surprised by this press release?
Yes, he is.
Serial guys, hold on. Please, I beg you, hold on. I need
Charlie,
you
let's
to
put our
finish.
guns back. Let's put our guns back.
Let's make a statement.
You need to calm down.
Then
We are calm.
Normally, I try as much as possible to stay back.
Chairman, the floor is yours. I'll hold Miss G for you for 5 minutes. No. I want you to
18 minutes into the hour already.
G, I want him to land. Then me now will unleash you. Don't worry.
Okay, let me keep
It's very important that this conversation should happen.
Yeah.
And I've taken upon myself to initiate something as a follow-up to this.
Okay.
You see, this is, let's say, Tidal Reef estimated rough estimate.
Please speak up just a little further.
It's like a 2 million Ghana cedi venture, business venture, at Kukrobite area every year. I bought a moat, just a normal mortar Guinness, 7 Ghana cedis, a container just by the entrance. You can imagine, I recruited 20 guys from the locality who helped with car parking. You can imagine the number of cars that came there. How many have you heard were broken into at the car parks that we designated? From the car parks to the entrance, into the venue, how many kwashe, as we use the kwashe, how many happened? All the issues that are coming out, you see, because the road, the traffic, the plan, the security plan that we put in place, that ECHO help us to put in place, which I came on board very late.
When did you come on board?
That is like a week.
Okay, so let's
all the concerns that are coming.
You're saying they're outside the space
because of the traffic. People had to get down and walk to the entrance. When they got down, and somehow I'm very angry with the way they comment and this. Is it we are glorifying the wicked acts that were committed?
Were they committed? We are talking about it because it happened.
No,
it's not about glorifying
people are
it.
snatching people's phones. These are bad acts.
We should talk about it. Yes, that's exactly what we are trying to do.
But then let me come back to this.
They say trust in God, but lock your car. Due diligence, right, and having appropriate caution are not in excess. They are required, especially if you are bringing thousands of people. Even if thousands of people, everybody was coming in a car, right? That's 5 people per car.
And
that's 1,500. That's 5,000. He cast. You understand? My math teacher died then. So, let's move on.
No, but
the part that I think I side with what he's saying partly is that I want to understand the space you were supposed to work in. Did we have issues? Let's look at that, because when it goes outside the space, I would like to hear that. Richard accountable for what happened. Then we have to escalate it to organizers' engagement with.
I think organizers.
My issue with him, and of course, whether they are engaged about the space. Sorry to say, people were not supposed to come from space to get to the space, the venue. Yes. He said that they had meeting. Did we foresee as a security agency that, look, this is a narrow road from Kukrobite, from Accra this way to Kukrobite.
Good.
We are estimating this number of people. So it comes to the question
that
that's what I want to.
Is it his responsibility with regards to? No,
he
let
said
me the question. Is it your responsibility? And let's understand the area that you were engaged to secure. That's what we need to understand from him before we can blame him.
Funny enough, I coordinated security for Global Citizen.
Okay. Yeah, you're a rich man.
You see, I coordinated security for Global Citizen. We presented a plan. The plan was scrutinized and then was agreed and we implemented it. We created security zones, 2 zones. One is the event, the grounds, which was restricted from the public unless you have the access to. The second one is the impact that this event is happening on the closest community. So for Tidal Reef, you say the beach, we start from the gate, the roadside, to the B side. This thing happened 10 meters from the sea line.
That's the robberies.
No.
You mean the event? Sorry, the event itself. I beg your pardon.
Let's comparison with Global Citizen and Tidal. This Global Citizen was away from the sea. This one is just by the sea.
What difference does it make?
That's why I'm coming out. The security concerns that are coming out, I'm just coming to mention major ones that the objectives that we set and what we achieved, and the shortfalls that are coming out. That's why I said you have no idea. 10 meters from the sea line, no report of drowning. As at now. Because we put in place an instruction that by 6 p.m. nobody is supposed to go outside.
Yeah, that's on the policy.
We were supposed to open the gate from them 2 p.m., 3 p.m. We got to a point we realized that no, we should start letting people in.
My question is, if the event was slated for 12 to 10, so why are you now opening gate at 2?
By 11:45, I gave instruction. Please, we have to start admitting people.
Who stopped you?
Nobody stopped me. We actually started admitting people.
So was it that people were late?
No, you are not getting my point.
Please land.
We anticipated this crowd. And then, somehow, Echo House, Tidal have the following. Has it? The last time it was done was 2019. 2020 was not done.
Were you the security?
2019.
Were you the agency in 2019?
Yes.
So what changed this time around? What happened to the plan? What altered that we have to see things go differently since you've been working with them from 2019? That means that you have an idea of what crowd they are able to pull.
Perfectly.
And now, if I get the direction you gave, you said you had a meeting with Echo House. That meeting, just like you did with Global Citizen, it means that you had an opportunity to make inputs. Did you see the security implications? Did you advise them? As the one who...
A meeting 1 week to event for security.
But then why do you put your agency on the line then?
Wait, guys. There's a point we are missing here. Let me ask everybody this question.
Miss G,
ask us
you
the
were not
question.
here when I started. I told you 1 week changed the conversation from serious damages to just what we are discussing now.
So that's what I'm saying to you, that within 1 week, why do you put the reputation of your agency on the line?
Guys, I'm hearing a lot of, I'm hearing you hold back a lot. I don't know whether it's NDA's chief. Listen, Jay, I'll leave the mic for you, Jay.
There's something that we are missing. Again, Jay, see, when we started the conversation, he was talking about his conversations with the Ghana Police Service. I wanted us to finish that conversation.
We'll get to it, Jay. Echo House didn't do.
Jay,
we didn't finish. Then
you said the police said
afterwards.
You said the police
Richard
said
has mentioned.
As soon as I sign on to the event,
yes, guys,
let me help you. As soon as I sign on to the event, the way I work is that this is an event that has consequences on the nearest environment. Private security, I'm responsible for the venue and to some extent. You see, this integrates into public safety, which is already a responsibility of the police. So as soon as you tell me, even if you don't sign with me, you call me for a meeting that take charge of this event. The next thing I do is I write letters to the police.
Okay, great.
So after my meeting with them, it was on Friday.
Just this Friday?
No. The Friday
before.
So the Friday before.
A week to the event.
8th, 9th.
Guys,
the Monday, I ran to the divisional police commander.
Let's
I let him that this is
and he
what
didn't know
I've
where the
signed
thing
on.
was
This is
going.
what I've signed on. And he asked me questions. Tuesday, I sent the letters. You see, I started by saying 1 week changed the conversation from something else to
what it was. Right.
I don't get it.
Okay,
so
what
could have been worse
guys,
if he hadn't come on board to put
guys,
security
let me break down what he's trying to say.
Julio and Echo House.
Listen.
As at the point I got on board, I cannot speak on the preparations then. But Julio and Echo, Julio actually told his team, please call Richard.
Who is Richard? You?
Guys.
Julio, they made that call. And that 1 week, this is...
Guys, what I'm getting from Richard, right? Maybe he's not saying it blatantly or out there with his chest. What I'm getting from Richard is the fact that 1, he was engaged too late. 2, on that late engagement, he did his best to bring very critical things on board, which despite the bad outcome of Kwashi, would have been worse.
And
Have you not? No. Listen. He's not. No, let me.
It is more like it is more like you know. Let me tell you, it is more like we are saying.
And I spoke to no. He's painting the picture. See, let me just. He's painting the picture of the whole thing and how he comes to play. It's like you are
and how
cooking
they salvage
and the
situation.
Food. He left 2 minutes. Listen, he left 2 minutes. The food goes spoil. Then you bring an expert chef that saved my food. There's only so much saving
that he can
save. Yeah. That is what the man is trying to say in parables.
So tell us the problem. Rather than trying to say, so this is what we did.
See, we are not here to throw anybody under the bus. I think this disclaimer is necessary.
I commend Julio. I commend Echo House.
But you're saying to us that, you know, it's as if it's with no remorse to those who were robbed. Because it could have been worse. But this is the worst I've seen. I didn't see the worst it have been.
Richard, just to state emphatically, clearly, that the point of this discussion is not to hang anyone out to dry or not to villainize anybody or anybody's organization. Echo House are my people. Bright, Beryl, Julio, they are all my peeps. So this conversation is not about who did what wrong. The conversation is that what went wrong and how can we speak in a way to avoid it in the future. So I really need you to come. I really need you to come off the top with plain, simple, and honest perspectives for us to understand. And already you have said a few things that raise red flags in my book. Like, why is your security apparatus being engaged 6-7 days before an event where you are expecting a minimum of 5,000 people in a community where the police in the community have not even physically gone to scout the venue?
And it took you going to inform them and send letters.
Because at the end of the day, if I was there and somebody smashed my Benz, you understand? Like I did here by now.
It could have been worse.
If I had gone there with my, if I had gone there with my,
guys, hold on.
It could have been worse.
You understand?
And that's the excuse we're giving you. It could have been worse.
So the conversation needs to go beyond. Listen, please. We are all in an industry.
That we are making.
We won't follow Jerry. We all can't think like Jay.
The mistake we are making is that with issues of security, it talks about jurisdiction.
Yes.
So I have my questions to Richard, and I needed him to explain that first before we throw in this.
Beyond the point.
That, as on the day of the event, within the space, first of all, let's understand what your demarcations were. And let's understand, because I wasn't there. Sino, you're not there. Miss, you're not there.
Yeah. But Lenny
let's understand that, and Lenny was there, that did we have security issues within? If we did, with overcrowding, then we come back to Richard as to why did they allow more than the required number of persons who were supposed to be in the place? Because you can't hold Richard to fault if he's not supposed to look at a point beyond where he's supposed to.
So if you
security
remember
issues, you cannot, if you take your issue to, if something happens to you at Kokobite and you take it to Makati Hill Police Station, they will not mind you.
Yeah.
So let's understand this first, that within the space, what were some of the challenges that you faced within the place that you were supposed to secure?
And to top up what Jay said, if you guys remember, I said that people had to park their cars 15, 20, even 30 minutes away from the venue, right? And all of these stories that we are hearing are from those who had to walk back that distance to their cars. I mentioned this.
Great.
So it also has to do with
so
the
were you supposed to take care of? Let's understand how big a space was supposed to
let's continue from. Is it? So far, I'm here to receive a complaint report about the things that happened. I feel bad for all those things. What I said, I'm not happy. Is that those who committed it, they need to be condemned. From the gate entrance, or let me say, from the designated car parks to the entrance to the beach, I have not received any report about questions.
So that was what Echo House engaged you to handle.
Please let me finish.
Okay,
but here's the thing: events happening at that spot has consequences on the town, the community.
Great.
Unfortunately, there was no alternative route. It's just one road in front. If you know Kokobite,
so let me ask you now. So your conversations with the Ghana Police Service, because this is not the first time you're hosting an event.
Yeah.
Your conversations with the Ghana Police Service, was this at the highlight or at the of concern that by all means we will not have 7,000 people come?
Here's the thing. The security plan was said that private security fire service, the ambulance will take care of the inside. The police received the letter late. They did not hesitate. They brought the whole team. They would take care of the road, traffic control. With the police personnel available. You see, somebody will show you a picture that they did not see police in front of the gate. At some point, that's true. But what we did was 2 police cars, 2 teams went this far to the Botiano town. The other one went towards the Kokobite police area. Put the junction so that they can control the traffic coming in. So we had a situation where between the zone between these points were clean.
Okay, so there was a shooting incident within that zone, or if
No, it was it's away from his jurisdiction. If you listen to what he's saying, it is far away from his jurisdiction.
If we need to open up the conversation, let's identify the pillars where we need to open up and pick the conversation.
It is beyond his jurisdiction.
The issue is that he is saying that he was given a zone to mark. And which he did. And within his zone, there were no incidents. But because we as consumers just assume the security guy, so anything that is a security flaw in the whole event becomes his problem. What he is saying is that traffic control and things that were happening outside the key venue were not under his
but it was supposed to be done by the police. So then that's where I have a question.
My phone was stolen, somebody was shot, my car was broken into.
It is the police that will answer.
It's not police wahala. Because here's the thing, you have like...
Richard, sorry, we have the lady on the line, actually.
Great.
I was so interested in what Mr. was going to say. Chelsea, is that the name? Chelnisa, beg your pardon. Chelnisa, I'm so sorry. Good morning, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear
I'm
me
struggling to catch you in here. Let me get my production team to assist on that. So it says, hi guys, I know some of you care. I'm very fine. Yes, I was attacked last night on my way to the tidal rave, but I'm fine. The guy who tried to hurt me and steal from me was shot twice and lost his life after he bled for a longer time. Thank you. All that. Okay, it says I'm fine. Just I got a few scratches, but how we go do? I'm alive, or I have life. I beg your pardon, and he's dead. So I'm grateful. Oof. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, we are struggling too, but anyway, what happened? Can you tell us what happened, please?
Okay, so I was in the traffic from Kokrobite traffic lights, so we managed to get halfway through the venue. And when we got to a certain point, we saw a guy with a sheet saying that if you park, it's 20 cedis. So you park your car and walk 6 minutes to the program. Then we decided that let's park then because we might get to the place and we'll not get a parking space. So we parked and we started walking towards the venue. And along the way, when we're going, there was a lady in front of us. So we're just walking in the line, like in that manner, because there was still traffic on the way. And the next thing I saw was the guy crossed my sister and I and tried to snatch the lady's bag. So I shouted, no, and I held fast to mine and turned back. So when I turned back, I saw 2 other gentlemen walking towards us. And the gentleman just attacked me and my sister again. Like, it wasn't like he wasn't coming to rescue the other lady. So he just attacked us. But before I turned, I saw a guy in his car trying to get down to rescue the girl. I didn't even know I was going to be attacked too. So I just tried help, like holding on to my bag, and I was struggling with the guy. But when I was struggling with the guy, he just kicked me and I fell on the ground. Just so that I'll lose it and I'll give my bag to him. But I didn't lose my bag. Like, I kept holding on to it. The next thing I felt was a kick from behind, but it wasn't on me, it was to the guy. And I heard the gunshots. Like, as soon as I heard the gunshot, I just got up and started running away.
Which part of the venue did this happen, and at what time?
It was around 7 p.m.
Around 7 p.m. And which parts did this happen?
I don't know if you people will know, there was the very first place that said that the car park area, that place was like a football pitch. So right, like I think 5 minutes walk away from that particular football pitch. That's exactly where the incidents happened.
Were you coming or you were leaving?
I was actually coming to the program, and it happened. But after it happened, my sister lost her bag, but I didn't lose mine. And they decided that we should still go for the program. I'm sure we have lost something, but we should still go.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Did you say she was leaving or she was coming? Not going for the event.
Coming to the program.
Did you drive there or did you go by public and they parked?
We drove there, but we parked at the other car park when they asked us to park and walk 6 minutes to the place.
Pay 20 Ghana cedis to park.
Yes, they asked us to pay 20 cedis and park and walk 6 minutes to the place. Apparently, the guy said...
Because we have a security expert here, who directed you to where you're to park? Were they a uniform personnel or it was just a mufti-wearing person who said, park here for 20 Ghana cedis?
Yes,
do you have receipt for that 20 cedis?
Yeah, he was a mufti-wearing person, and he told us that the parking space was provided by Luxury Beach for the event. So that's what convinced us to park there.
So let me get this straight. The security, you were parked at the car park of another establishment where they were using their free space to park your car so you could park and walk to the beach where the festival was happening. Well, Richard, were you guys in charge of that parking space?
Okay,
no, she's still on the line.
Thank you, but hold on with us, please. We'll just get back to you shortly.
No, but how did she know that the guy finally died?
No, that's what I'm coming. There's a serious part to this.
Yes, how did she know the guy finally died?
If it's from 7 p.m. till I left there 1 a.m., there should be a body.
Okay, so hold on. Let's find out from here as well.
I left there around...
Shalisa, let's hear you.
Hello. Apparently, when I was coming back, I think those that were around at the incidents, the women that were selling around there saw me with my outfit. So when I was coming back, they were like, you are the reason they shot the guy. And I asked them what happened to him. And they said he died because he bled behind the building in the dark. And when they found him, he was already dead.
So this is a hearsay from the the people around. But you didn't when the incident happened.
No.
The gunshot. Did you see the person? Did you see the guy being shot? Who fired the shots and all?
Actually, I was in trauma at that moment, so I didn't stand to look at who exactly shot the guy. I just ran off. But when I was coming back around 12 a.m. and the women that were selling around that spot told me that the guy died.
I want to understand. So you witnessed somebody being shot. You still left to go and party. You didn't report to the police. You got there. Did you see security at the venue? You didn't tell anybody that, look, on this stretch, there are people attacking people. So you better assist people not to use that stretch or have police join them to use that stretch.
Hello, sorry. No, let me correct this. When I got to the venue, right in front of Luxury Beach, I saw a police officer there, and I walked to him and I told him that we're just attacked and someone rescued us by shooting the guy. And please, can he get his team to go behind there because the robbery is too much behind there? The only thing the policeman could tell me was, I hear.
Okay, all right, sure.
Another thing has come up in my mind.
Yeah, let's discuss.
And I think it's about that these event goers, right, and their security awareness and preparedness, right? The average person on the street, if you tell them that the last guy you walked by, what color shirt was he wearing? They don't even have an idea.
Because we are not sensitized.
Because we are not sensitized to be security conscious. I don't know how you are in an altercation with a robber, pushed to the ground, kicked, bag stolen of your colleague. Somebody comes out Rambo-styled with a gun, registered, unregistered, whether he's another robber, whether he's a Samaritan, boom, 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 shoots and allegedly kills some other person. You wipe off the dust, pick your one bag, your sister says her bag, and go back to park. No, JJ. I am just repeating the question. I'm just repeating the information.
I'm also adding on to what she said. She said she was traumatized.
If you come and meet me in the nightclub, Jay, if you come and meet me in the nightclub and I'm jamming,
I'll tell you
and I'm jamming and I'm saying I'm traumatized.
No, I'll tell you a personal experience.
I'm traumatized.
I had a similar incident around Cantonment.
And you went back to go and party.
I was going for an event.
Yes, were you working at that event?
I'm coming.
Professional etiquette does not count, bro. No, you can't finish. That's what I'm asking you.
So what I'm saying is that after that, I won't go into details. After that engagement, I mean, I still went on to the event. And then
are we done with her? She's still
was
on
it
the
a
line.
professional engagement,
that
bro?
she has mentioned that she reported the incident to the nearest police officer she saw, and she was traumatized. So let's leave it at that. As to her choice, whether she would want to go home from there or stay on at the event, because considering the hell she's going through to get there, let's just leave that decision to, you know.
But is she willing to assist the police in
Let's quickly find out from Shalisa if he's. Yeah, Shalisa, can you hear us?
Yes, please, I can.
Okay. So I'm asking, well, Miss G was asking, let me have Miss G ask the question here.
Are you willing to assist the police? Because they said they didn't hear about any gunshots, and from what we are hearing here from the security agent who was authorized for the event, nobody told him this your complaint. So if you're called on, of course, they'll definitely have to disguise you or protect you. Will you be willing to assist?
I'm not willing to show my face because apparently the guy that attacked us wasn't just walking alone. He was in a group. And I didn't even know the guy was dead at that moment. I just heard a gunshot. I didn't even know it hit him. It was after I was coming back. And the only thing we lost at that moment was my sister's phone. Do you understand? And I couldn't have walked back and lose something different because I had my car key in my bag at that instant. And I didn't lose my bag. I can't go back to my car and be attacked by the other boys behind. So I just had to walk ahead of me. And when I got to the police officer, I told him, we have been attacked and other people are still being attacked. So can you please get a team to go behind there? He only said, I hear you. It was after I finished and enjoying myself at the party and I was coming back that I was told by the women in the village that, yes, the guy was shot and he died. I didn't even know he was dead.
Even with that, it could be the women just saying something. You know how these people can be without evidence.
I'm even wondering after that experience how she managed, to return. Did she go back she went back on the same stretch? But what she's telling us, did they now go in a group? Did they have security protection that made her so sure that she wasn't going to be attacked the second time?
Okay, so we'll bring our conversations back into the house. But you might want to touch on that before we let you go. Did you, like she's asking, did you come back the same route? And did you come with people? How did you feel? Are you okay as we speak?
Okay, yes. One word.
I think we've lost the connection.
I just got few scratches on my. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so I got few scratches on my knee just because he kicked me and I fell on the ground. But when we were coming back, we were scared to come back because we didn't know what would have happened to us again. So we actually found some gentlemen in the party and they decided to walk us back to the car. So they walked us to the car and make sure that we drove off from the parking space. So when we were driving off, they told us we shouldn't stop for anyone on the road. We should just drive straight and get home.
Shalsina, thank you so very much. We are grateful that you are fine as we speak. And I'm sure if you need any therapy or any counseling of any sort just to get you out of the state you are in, please do well to go ahead and get that. But thank you. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for joining us on the show as well. But let's bring this now in-house and throw this back to Richard that... Sorry, let me
where 20 cedis is being paid was sanctioned by you.
Okay, interesting. Here's the thing. There were two car parks. One on the right of it, Methodist school. Then the other one was also at a school. There's a church before the Kokrobite police station. You turn right and then you go and park there. Interesting thing happened there. People were now allowing car owners to park within their compound.
No, we're not talking about the compound. I'm talking about the car park.
That car
because
park
we are pressed for time.
It's just
was not sanctioned by you?
No. Just opposite the entrance. Just opposite the entrance. The house owners there were charging 50 cedis to allow people to park.
Which you say it's a car park, and
it's not a car park.
We are talking about the car park she referred to.
The car park. Let me. It's a mechanic shop.
She said, and it was not sanctioned by
you. G, let's rephrase the question and make it simple for everybody. You were sanctioned to create. You had your own car park. Yes?
Two car parks.
How many cars total were your cars supposed to take for your two car parks?
So I've been 2,000.
2,000
yes,
cars.
we were expecting 5,000.
No problem. So already there's a deficit there.
If you
so how did you? So bro. So
public transport.
No problem. So 2,000 2,000 cars going into the car park there. Yes. Right? 2,000 people or 2,000 cars?
Cars.
2,000
cars. You had a car park huge enough for
How big was the land size?
It was 2 schools.
Are you sure it's not the same car park this lady is talking about?
I don't think you could have accommodated 2,000 car parks.
cars.
No.
Yes.
Parliament safe. Parliament in front there safe.
Cyril, I beg you go there.
I know Kokrobite well.
From somebody who went there.
I know. Do you know? I might not have been. Listen, I might not have been. Listen, I might not.
But why are we not hearing from Lenny?
Okay. I might not have been. I might not have been at Tidal Rave over the weekend. But I know the Kokrobite stretch.
But you don't know the whole...
No, Lenny, you were
bro, where you want to make a park from? Where I go park, what go?
No,
Nobody road
let's hear Lenny.
We parked inside because we went with the van. And you know that because we were, going to work, we had so many things that we had to offload from the van. So we were fortunate to park inside. But even that inside parking space is not big enough to take so many cars. So I'm sure that's why by extension... No, inside. Inside, when you enter the main gate, the main luxury beach gate, we were parked inside.
With a van.
With a white van.
Vans were provided to convey people who park at these car parks. So when you
But they said it's not 2,000 cars. They say you're exaggerating. That even 200 will not be
I don't know.
At that venue.
This venue is where inside.
I was talking lawyer for you.
Not inside the beach, outside.
Richard, let's understand the venue again, because I'm getting messages here about where exactly you're talking about. Where was this?
2 schools.
There are 2 schools.
One before the entrance, one after the entrance.
When you say entrance, which entrance is this?
The luxury
beach entrance.
Yes.
2 schools.
Okay.
So we were to park at these school compounds.
Okay.
Which are large enough. I will accept it if you say not 2,000.
Maybe 1,000.
No. This look like a village school.
So the compound is big. Okay.
And I visited the...
Charlie, bro, you can't park 2,000 cars.
So in your estimation, let's not work with exact numbers. In your estimation...
No, but he's giving us exact numbers. We didn't put it, we didn't show it down.
Bro, I'm going online. I'm going online to go and look for car yard with 2,000 cars.
Cyril, you guys, hold on. He's just said that he's probably overestimated. Let's hear those other things. Yes, he's admitted to that. So let's
how many do I think can park there? And I give him an estimate.
So now the estimate proper with like 200 cars, right?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so all of us have not seen the place that he's talking about.
Yeah, with the way we park it, this compound can take between 40-50.
This compound can take 40-50 cars?
Yes. You already have how many cars in front here?
Yeah, so I'm saying that, Miss G.
You already have... No,
maybe they have their ways.
Guys, how many cars do you have now? And you are just in front
Richard is saying... even if Richard mentioned 2,000, sorry, I'm holding brief for Richard.
But can park 2,000.
For me, I like to hear. Look, I like to understand because one, I have not been to Kokobite in the last 2 years or 3 years, and I don't think any of us here have been to Kokobite in the last year. So if Richard is saying, what we can do is that we can only check.
Okay.
So we can do that because he's the security person.
What this does is there are serious points that we should raise.
That's what we've been waiting for you to say to us.
For the car park, like I said, let's establish the fact. Within the zones that we prepare the security plan for, the strategy for, I'm yet to receive complaints.
I just got a confirmation from someone who has been accessing the place. Says that the space Richard is referring to is big enough for 2,000 cars.
Oh, okay.
He says it said it's a very. Wait, I'm going to pick the person's words. Quite a number of things he shared here. He says the place is. The only thing he's addressed is that the security should have extended to all these areas.
Because and that's why when you keep saying that, it's like you're doing PR for your company, which is okay. When you keep saying that the places that was our jurisdiction, nothing happened. In your same narrative, you said you engaged the police. Okay, it means that it still falls within.
You're going closer to him. I'll need you the microphone.
Okay, so it means that let me conclude my point. Then you can go ahead. It means that if you engage, it's more like you're engaging me to render a service to you. If I do not render that service to your ability, it puts a mark on, or it marks your reputation as well. So first off, you said you spoke to the police. What was the conversation with the police to the extent that the police didn't know for a vicinity that they command or they are in charge of that if people decide to go by the beach, they will be attacked. They definitely will know this.
So this conversation shall come from the police
to him.
To him.
You didn't do your checks with the police. Well, and then again, the final thing I'll say, and probably leave you. Then again, this young lady's submission. You said you never even had till date. This is the first time you're hearing about any gunshot.
Do you know what would
incident?
have happened if, like the attendee, somebody shot a community, a local, and the person died?
So
please.
So let me ask you the question per what you have just said.
Yes.
So you do not believe this story?
Saturday, 7 p.m., I spoke to the Kokrobite police commander, and I asked him, please, I'm following up on the event. Any issues? And I said, Richard, it was hectic. But so far, the official report, case that they've reported, is about a German who was attacked.
My brother, that's a lie. Saturday was when the event happened. So you said Saturday.
That's Sunday. Yesterday.
So maybe get your dates well. So maybe Sunday.
That's yesterday, 7 p.m.
And so, Jane, let's establish this. Even the police, even after all the conversation on social media, still haven't even gotten around to investigate this allegation by this young girl. That's what he said. He spoke to the commander at 7 p.m. yesterday.
We can't be quick. That's what you were saying. I really like the way you are going, but now...
No, you're just giving me facts.
Yes, so you're right. But what I'm adding... No, that's how you understand it. That's how you understand it.
So, what are you saying?
If there's any investigation going on, or there's any case reported, if somebody died in the town, they would have gone to the police station.
So that means that you are saying that this girl's story is not credible.
No, maybe it wasn't reported. No, maybe it wasn't. Listen to him. That is not credible.
Listen to him properly.
Her post says that somebody was shot and bleeded and died. When you ask him a follow-up question, now she's saying it's a hearsay.
So it means that.
I'm not even concerned about. Excuse me.
Imagine a local was shot dead. 7 p.m.
So basically, he's saying that this story is not credible.
No, this needs to be investigated.
You see? He said it's not credible.
This needs to be investigated further, and I'm ready to do that.
Okay, all right.
So as we speak, you don't believe the story.
As I speak, there is no report at the police station that says that there was gunshot.
The report does not mean the crime did, or the thing did not happen.
Yes,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
What I'm even differentiating. Listen,
these are issues of security.
Jay,
that's why
the point.
I understand where Richard is coming from, because if he also commits and says that
it happened.
No, but then again, I have a problem with your stance. Because this thing, I also didn't go to Tidal Rave.
Yes.
I have followed the conversation on social media. I have been concerned about the conversation. Yet I'm not a security person. And so if a security person who was mandated to take charge of an event has not even gone ahead to find out, and is on air telling me that he spoke to the commander said nothing happened. Nobody has made an attempt to reach out to this young girl to find out her side of the story, to find out whether it really happened and somebody is placing it undercover. Then there's much to be desired.
So I haven't said anybody's placing it undercover.
No, I'm saying, I'm assuming because he said there's no report yet.
Our focus,
it means that
listen, Ms. G, Foley, our focus has shifted from security and issues around Tidal Rave to security and issues on that stretch. These are 2 points.
What was the stretch leading to?
Let me land.
No, it wasn't leading to my house. It was leading to Tidal Rave. So it's still Tidal Rave conversations.
Yes, but let's be critical looking at it.
That is why you're holding brief for me. I don't
I'm not holding brief.
If I get out of this music building,
Ms. G.
Now, if I get out of this
please let her finish.
I'm not holding brief. Chairman, listen to me. The latest security I know, right, is the fact that he was contracted to secure an event space. Leading up to the event space, the happenings there were left for the Ghana Police Service.
Who engaged the Ghana Police, my dear?
No. What I'm saying that
he did the engagements with them.
Let me land.
Also, you are changing your mouth like
what I'm saying is that listen, assuming we are having an event here at 3 headquarters, right, and we have security around, let's say 200 meters square around our place, and God forbid something happens to somebody at Dimples Junction coming here. Right? Yes, it's unfortunate. Yes, things should have been put in place. But proximity to the venue activates the security apparatus. That cannot be denied. So the same way we would not run in arms to Dimples Junction that, oh, it was here she was coming that the unfortunate thing happened, so now it's our wahala. That's the same way from where this person is talking about all the way that she was far down there near Luxury Beach and now on the way there and all that. No, we cannot directly blame him for it. But even though he has engaged the Ghana Police Service,
so we should
the
blame
girl, yes, we should blame the Ghana Police Service. That's one.
No,
the girl is saying that she spoke. Guys, let's not disregard the girls. Let's not disregard. Let's not disregard the girls' reportage. The girl said no. You can take that up with him. You can take that up with him.
We are taking everybody's point one because we have 3 minutes left.
You can take that up with him. The girl said she spoke to Ghana police officer. And the guy said, yo, we here. Listen, me, anytime I speak to police, I look on their badge and I pick a name. Because I don't want to be the guy.
That's education you're not giving out.
What education? So everybody knows police have badge names.
No, you can't do
that. You know what? Even if that's the case, the reason why, listen, part of security, listen,
you have a few seconds left.
Security begins with self. If you,
so that's education you're giving out.
Have such a traumatic experience as attempted robbery leading to somebody being shot, and you get to the police officer and you cannot stick with him to insist that your statement is taken or anything is done, or let's say he gave you a BS.
He wasn't ready to indulge, but
yes. So what do? You go to another police officer and another police officer.
And it's of consent.
And it's of if they bash your car, if somebody bash your car and you go to the first police officer and you say, oh, we here, what would you do?
A matter of interest.
It's of concern to me. It's of concern to me that you are saying that the only report you had is of the German person who got attacked. It raises concern because does that mean that there were several other things that happened that have not been reported
to you?
It raises a lot of concern.
So hold on, thank you. Let's have him answer the question, please. No interjections, please. Richard, you have a minute.
Just bear with me with the lady's report. This is something that can easily be investigated. He has taken our time, but it's allowed. This is something that can easily be investigated. I heard about a gunshot. I asked the police commander. He said, okay, he received calls around 9:30, 10. People started calling him that, they are hearing gunshot. The third caller, as the person was speaking, said, it's a fireworks.
Oh.
You see, it's fireworks. It's now, I just got here and I just heard about this.
You're pointing to yourself on TV, I like that.
I don't want Miss G to worry so much.
I'm worried.
This is the post.
In fact, the last few comments you have made now.
I'm picking your last comment.
I think Richard is going to need security when he's leaving because Miss G.
It's very interesting and I'm happy this conversation is going on.
Yeah.
This post can easily be investigated. But commend the police, the Kukrobite police. The men that they have, the resources that they have, they put it out. Stayed until close of the event.
Okay.
Julio and Echo House.
That word commend the police is actually something we will have to debate because it's a matter of responsibility. The police service. So real quickly, you have to wrap it up so I can pass on to this as well. Yeah.
There are issues coming out from the event concerning security. I cannot speak on the other issues, but concerning security. The fact is that outside the venue, like you say, outside the entrance, that's where the issues happen. Unfortunately, I did not have the control, the men that I would want to deploy
across the stretch
to take care of all this.
Why didn't you have it?
The thing I wanted to come
bro, why didn't he have it?
He doesn't have an answer for you.
No, he does.
He doesn't.
He does.
No,
if he doesn't, that's an answer. Hold on, was it budget? Was it lack of personnel?
No. I think you get him wrong. Were you supposed to take care of that stretch?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So when he says it's
so
just
he
a
took
wish
care
list.
of where
So
he
I'm
was
coming back to now
take care
inside, which we've left for a very long time.
Yes, inside.
And our time is up. We have to go because MCM comes up next. I saw visually choked. Huge numbers, and that's where I was coming to with you. That why were all these numbers allowed to the venue when the venue couldn't take those numbers?
Interesting point.
Yes, real quickly, please. I have to go now.
Yeah, by 9:45.
Yes,
I noticed something that the people that we are admitted, and then the numbers that are coming, there is something wrong. So I approached Julio's team, and guess what? whether it's due to network or something, there's scanning, there's a problem. So basically, you can easily just forward your ticket to anybody outside.
Are we doing this conversation again tomorrow?
We need part 2.
Are we doing this conversation again tomorrow?
We have to.
I'm ready. Because
it's crazy because
you should have.
Guys, our time is up. We have to go now. There'll be a part 2 of the conversation. Yeah, there's a part 2 tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. We'll definitely be back here tomorrow too. Yes, we have part 2. We have part 2. It's been. Thank you so much, CEO of Aswavo Security, Richard Osei, has been here with us this morning. And there's what do you call it, like machine gun fire coming in. But tomorrow we are going to continue it. Thank you so much, Miss G. Welcome. Yes, Miss G. Welcome so much. It's good to have you as well.
Oh no,
and Lenny, Cyril, Kota Deli.
I think that we need to have the conversation further because.
But me, I still stand by my guns. Listen, when you are going to an event,
Cyril,
don't double say guns.
No. We did Women Crash Wednesday. Give them time. Man Crash Mondays today. So the playlist is all for men. Thank you very much. We're back here same time tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much.